I have no doubt that this video will be controversial. There's perhaps no other topic related to selling on eBay more hotly debated than whether or not it makes sense to offer free shipping. eBay sellers love to argue about this. In fact, I can almost guarantee you it will spark some debate in the comments section of this very video. Go ahead and pause the video and take a look to see if I'm right. I'll wait here. I was inspired to make this video by a recent comment left on one of my previous videos.
Can't make any money off of free shipping. No wonder he going bald.
Aren't people on the internet so nice? Well, Juke13822, it's true that I'm losing my hair, but it has nothing to do with my decision to offer free shipping. You see, there's basically two kinds of resellers out there, those who believe in free shipping and those who shun it. Those in favor swear that it increases sales and makes buyers happy. Those who refuse to even consider the idea say it's a quick ticket to total business destruction and baldness. But who's right? Today we're going to find out. I'm going to unpack this controversial topic of free shipping on eBay. Should you offer it? What are the pros and cons? Can you do it without losing money? Does it actually improve sales? Let's dig in. First off, there's no such thing as free shipping. I don't know why this is a debate at all. This really bugs me. When you hear two grumpy eBay sellers debating about whether or not it makes sense to offer free shipping, you'll often hear one of them say you'll lose a ton of money, which just isn't true. Because again, free shipping does not exist. You see, free shipping is a trick, assuming you're doing it correctly. All it means is you're taking the market value of an item and increasing it by the amount it will cost to ship, and then charging your buyer that total amount as one lump sum. So if the market value of a thing is $20 and it'll cost you $5 to ship, you charge a flat fee of $25 with free shipping, and a buyer walks away feeling like they got a great deal. If you're eating the cost of shipping on behalf of your buyers, you're doing something very wrong. Offering free shipping does not mean that you pay for the cost to ship the item to your buyer. It just means you're including the cost to ship in the total price of the item you charge the buyer. So the item's market value is inclusive of the cost to get the item from you to your buyer. You see, at the end of the day, a buyer's willing to pay some total amount to get an item delivered to their door. You can do that by either charging a separate shipping fee or by building the cost of shipping into the total sale price and offering free shipping. In both scenarios, your buyer is going to pay roughly the same amount. Think of it this way. Let's say you're selling a copy of Super Mario World for SNES. When you check the sold comps, you'll see that it's going for between $20 and $30. Again, that's inclusive of all shipping costs. If you charge some amount above that, it's unlikely a buyer is going to pick your listing to make their purchase. Why would they? There are plenty of alternatives available for less than what you are charging. It doesn't really matter if you're selling it for $25 with free shipping or $20 with $5 in shipping, your buyer's going to pay the same amount. Though I don't recommend it, technically you could charge like $5 with $20 in shipping. My point is, whether you charge for shipping as a separate fee or not really comes down to buyer psychology more than anything. By the way, a lot of resellers like to complain that eBay charges their final value fees based on the total sale price, including shipping costs. They did this because in the past, sellers were trying to game the system by selling items at very low prices, like 99 cents, with astronomical shipping costs on top. This meant they were only charged the final value fee on the 99-cent list price. I don't blame eBay for changing tactics here, it makes sense. If you want to blame somebody, blame those shady sellers. Anyway, so what's good about free shipping? First, it's all about customer expectations. Thanks to Amazon, many buyers not only expect free shipping, but downright refuse to buy anything that they think has an added cost to ship. But again, the reality is they are being charged a cost to ship. It's just not broken out as a separate line item. Do you think Amazon is covering the cost to ship out of the goodness of their corporate heart? Of course not. They're using their size and power to negotiate the cheapest shipping rates while passing those costs off to the buyers. But buyers love the idea of not paying for shipping, so Amazon just rolls that shipping cost into the total cost to buy. Second, eBay offers a variety of rewards to sellers who offer free shipping. While nobody but eBay can say for sure, many sellers, myself included, believe that eBay gives preference to listings with free shipping in search results. You can test this out for yourself by searching for pretty much anything and looking at the results. More often than not, listings with free shipping appear higher in the list than those who do not. Your listing also gets a little free badge, which is even more prominent when you use a priority shipping service. And eBay buyers can filter search results to show only those with free shipping. Another benefit is that your buyers are forced to give you a 5-star rating on shipping costs when you offer free shipping, which helps with your overall seller ranking. And finally, when you use free shipping, sometimes you're going to make a little bit of extra money because your cost to ship the item is lower than what you built into the total price of the item. So those are the good things. What's bad about free shipping? Well, just like you can make a little bit of extra money using free shipping, sometimes you're going to lose a little money when the cost to ship was more more than what you built into the price. A lot of this is dependent on where you live and where the buyer lives. If you live on one of the US coasts, for example, you run a greater risk here. My top 3 states I sell to are California, Texas, and Florida, but I live smack dab in the middle of the US, so my risk of eating extra shipping costs is lower than if I lived in, say, New Jersey. I know that shipping to the state of Washington is pretty much going to yield the highest shipping charges for me, and I use that knowledge to add the shipping cost to the total price of what I sell. For example, I know that if something weighs like 4 ounces, it's going to cost a maximum of about $5 to ship anywhere in the US, including Washington. Again, you probably live somewhere different than I do, so you'll want to figure this out on your own. Another bad thing about offering free shipping is if a buyer returns the item, you lose out on the original shipping costs. If you had charged some amount for shipping as a separate line item, you don't have to refund the original shipping costs if the buyer returns the item, which is nice. Finally, shipping costs change over time, and they're certainly not going down. By building in the shipping costs to the total price of an item, it's harder to account for fluctuations in shipping costs over time. So listings that are a little bit older may have been priced at a shipping rate that is no longer accurate, and you may lose a little bit of extra money. So, those are the major pros and cons. But should you use free shipping or not? Well, you're not going to like this answer, but yes and no. It really depends. It depends on where you live and what you sell and who you sell it to. And only a few of those things are actually in your control. If someone is telling you that you must use free shipping on everything, well, that's probably not the best idea. If someone is telling you that you must not use free shipping on anything, well, that's also probably not the best idea either. Here's my strategy. I offer free shipping on most things, but not all, and I'll explain when I do and don't. Ultimately, I feel that the pros outweigh the cons, and that buyer expectations are very strongly aligned with the free shipping model. My goal here is not to convince you one way or the other, but instead to lay out my strategy and let you decide whether a free shipping model works for you. First, I exclude Hawaii and Alaska with everything I sell. My apologies to those of you from those states. For items that weigh over a pound, the cost to ship there is just too much when using a free shipping model. And while getting sales from Hawaii and Alaska is relatively rare, when you do, and it has free shipping, you're most definitely going to lose some money on the deal. And eBay buyers from those states are really smart. They filter by free shipping all the time and pick those listings knowing it's going to be far cheaper than any calculated rate that they're given. So don't make that mistake. I've done it. Next, anything that weighs under a pound almost always gets free shipping by default because I have a very good idea of the maximum amount I will pay to ship it anywhere in the country. I know that my ground advantage rate on something less than a pound won't cost any more than $8 and change. And if a buyer closer to me makes a purchase, then I make a little bit of extra money on the deal from the difference that it costs to actually ship. For anything I'm selling that weighs over a pound, then I look at my competition, which is the other active listings. Are they mostly offering free shipping or are they charging for shipping? If they're all charging for shipping, sometimes I like to stand out by offering free shipping. Or perhaps they're all charging a separate shipping fee for some reason that requires further investigation. If they're all offering free shipping, well, I probably should too, right? I also check the sold comps for the same things. Sold comps are going to give you a more accurate picture than simply checking active. For example, if the active comps have a mix of free and charged shipping, but the sold comps are all free shipping, that tells me something and I might adjust my listing accordingly. I also think about the buyer psychology of all of it. Most buyers have no real concept of how much it actually costs to ship something. On big, heavy items, they hesitate buying it online because they think it's going to cost a lot to ship, and nobody likes to pay a ton of money on shipping. It feels like you're just throwing that money away. But the reality often is it doesn't really cost a whole lot to actually ship a thing, even if it's big and heavy. And so if a buyer is expecting to pay a ton of money in shipping but sees free shipping, that's going to make them happy. Also, is it the type of thing someone could buy elsewhere and get free shipping? Like, is it available on Amazon Prime? If so, you should probably also offer free shipping too. But how about when I don't offer free shipping? Because sometimes I don't. When I charge for shipping on an item with best offers turned on, it's easier to negotiate a lower sale price, knowing I won't be cutting into my shipping costs. When the item is unique or rare, I find that the cost to ship is less of a concern for some buyers. They want it whatever it is, and they're going to pay to get it. So on rare or unique items, I will often include an added shipping cost because why not? This is also helpful because it can be harder to nail down an accurate market value on rare or unique items, so breaking that shipping cost out separately can help protect your bottom line when it's difficult to find a price. I also often charge shipping on items that are very delicate because the word free can often imply the wrong thing. I charge for shipping on these items as a way to say to the buyer, hey, I take shipping seriously and I'll ensure it arrives on time and undamaged. Saying free shipping can often imply low quality, rushed, or uncared for, and those are all signals you want to avoid sending for certain items. Finally, if I ever run an auction, which is rare, shipping is always a separate charge because I have no control over the final market value. That means it's impossible to build shipping costs into the final sale price. By the way, if you want to know when you should be using an auction on eBay versus when you should be using a buy it now, I recently did a video on this very subject. I'll link it up top and in the description below. So there really is no one-size-fits-all answer to whether you should be offering free shipping or not. It depends on a number of factors, and you need to evaluate all of those factors to determine whether it makes sense for you or not. But if you're like me and you sell a variety of things that you find at thrift stores and garage sales and places like that, you'll most likely benefit from having free shipping in your toolbox. Use it smartly and you will likely stand out from the crowd, and that can mean even more sales. But if you're just getting started on your reselling journey, I don't recommend you use free shipping as an option until you have a more thorough understanding of shipping costs, and that can take some time to learn. Instead, use calculated shipping, weigh and measure everything when you list it, and really get to know how much it costs to ship something to different parts of the country. Get good at eyeballing an item and predicting its maximum potential shipping cost from your particular location. After you have a good handle on that, then you can focus on building that cost into the total price and reaping the benefits that come with offering free shipping. Thank you so much for watching. If you learned something from this video, consider liking and subscribing. I put out a new video every week covering a variety of topics to help you grow and optimize your reselling business. Subscribing will also give you an opportunity to track the progress of my hair loss, so act now. Thanks for your support, and I'll see you next week.